The SOC 1 versus SOC 2 discussion is well underway, and that's thanks in large part to the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants' launch of their SOC reporting platform years ago, known as the SOC framework. Officially, SOC stands for System and Organization Controls, which basically allows qualified practitioners, i.e. only a CPA or a CPA firm, to issue SOC 1, SOC 2, and/or SOC 3 reports. All right, so if we kind of go back a few years, with the SSAE 16 standard, which is used for issuing SOC 1 reports, that effectively replaced the long-standing SAS 70 auditing standard for reporting periods ending on or after June 15th, 2011. Yeah, it's quite a while back, but I want to give you a little bit of background. So there's been much debate regarding SOC 1 versus SOC 2. Specifically, when are they applicable? What is the respective scope for each? And what similarities or differences do they each share? So now the SSAE 16 standard has been replaced by the SSAE 18 standard for reporting periods dated on or after May 1st, 2018. Goodbye SAS 70 and SSAE 16, and hello to SSAE 18. As for SOC 1 reports, they're to be conducted in accordance with the SSAE 18 standard, the AICPA attest standard that, again, not only replaced SAS 70, but also SSAE 16, and really was intended to reinforce SAS 70's original true intent, which is what? Well, audits conducted over internal controls over financial reporting, more commonly known as the ICFR concept. Thus, SOC 1 SSAE 18 reports put great emphasis on the ICFR component for service organization reporting. Therefore, service organizations can opt for a SOC 1, which you can obtain a SOC 1 SSAE Type 1 or Type 2 report if your organization has a true relationship to ICFR. So, what's ICFR? Good question. One of the most vital parts of a SOC 1 SSAE 18 assessment contain control objectives, which are able to reflect and report a service organization's internal control over financial reporting, a term more often understood and known as ICFR. But in more layman's terms, if you as a service organization are providing services that can impact a client's financial reporting, then you'll need to assess your ICFR controls. So here's an example of ICFR. In a given service organization, let's say a payroll processor, various calculations derived from user input are then used to determine things as payroll taxes, expenses, accrued payroll, accrued vacation deferral, qualified, non-qualified deferral plan accruals, and much more. These are all financial activities that will have an impact on the financial statements of a user organization that they represent. This is an ideal example of ICFR, as a service organization administers direct control over the statements of a firm using its services. So how about SOC 2? What's the difference? Well, to meet the growing demands of the ever-expanding technology companies who are classified as service organizations for SOC reporting, the AICPA put forth the SOC 2 framework, and that's a reporting option specifically designed for entities such as data centers, IT managed services, software as a service vendors, and many other technology and cloud-based businesses. Within the SOC 2 framework, there are a comprehensive set of criteria known as the trust services principles that are composed of the following: the security, the availability, the processing integrity, the confidentiality, and the privacy of a service organization system. Think technology when you think of SOC 2 audits, because those are the types of businesses that are being required to perform annual SOC 2 audits. Data centers, managed services, SaaS businesses, and more. Thus, the vast majority of service organizations that underwent SAS 70 and SSAE 16 and SSAE 18 compliance in recent years would technically probably fall under scope for a SOC 2 audit, leaving the SOC 1 framework to organizations with a true ICFR relationship, such as those in financial services and other financially driven industries. Therefore, for SOC 1, think of banks, trust departments, TPAs, actuaries, medical billing and claims processing, and more. So how about the professional standard used to perform each engagement? Well, for SOC 1, you use the actual SSAE 18 reporting on controls at service organizations framework. For SOC 2, you use AT 101. You also rely on numerous trust services principles and criteria publications put out by the AICPA. Intended subject matter, we've spoken about this. For SOC 1, it's ICFR, internal controls over financial reporting. For SOC 2, it's controls at a service organization relevant to those 5 TSPs we spoke about: security, availability, processing, integrity, privacy. Intended users of each report. So for SOC 1, SSAE 18 audits, generally speaking, external financial statement auditors of the user organization's financial statements. Those will be the intended users of these reports. For SOC 2, relevant parties that are knowledgeable about the services provided by the actual service organization, and parties that have a true and credible need for utilizing a SOC 2 report. This could be clients, it could be prospects, it could be regulators, anybody in that realm. SOC 1 versus SOC 2, which one is the best choice? So what's the better fit, SOC 1 or SOC 2? Well, one's intent often gives in to the political winds of play, which is currently the case, but not always, but at times. As a number of service organizations are simply migrating from historical AICPA auditing standards to the SOC 1 framework, and at times with little or no regard to the applicability of SOC 2. So in the early years of transition, from SAS 70 to SSAE 16 and then to SSAE 18, it's interesting, many technology and cloud-based companies were actually opting for a SOC 1 SSAE 18 report and resisting the notion for SOC 2 reporting. I'll give you an example for Google. They had a one-time recent announcement of SSAE 16 compliance for their app engine known as Google Apps. However, this has changed, and service organizations and user entities now are really beginning to understand the difference between SOC 1 and SOC 2 audits and their intended uses. Remember, SOC 1, financial, banks, trusts, actuarial, TPAs. SOC 2, technology, data centers, managed services, cloud-based providers. If you want to learn more about SOC 1 and SOC 2 reports and are interested in receiving a competitive fixed fee, contact Christopher Nickel at 1-800-277-5415 or shoot him an email at cnickel@ndbcpa.com.